Hi, today I'm going to show you 4 different drills you can do without a golf ball that'll improve your golf swing. Let's transform your game. Hi, I'm Bill from Phoenix Golf, and today we're going to talk about 4 different golf drills that you can do without a golf ball that are going to help you continue to improve your golf swing. As I said, I'm Bill, and if you like these, if you're this is the first time visiting the channel, you like the channel, I ask you to hit the like and subscribe button as I can continue to grow it and share golf knowledge, tips, videos, things of that nature. So I would really appreciate it. So the first drill we're going to do without a golf ball. Now, I will have to caveat you do need an alignment stick or something similar for this first drill. So you technically don't have a golf ball, but you still have an alignment stick, but you don't have to hit one. So the first thing for me, when I don't play for a while, the first thing that tends to go is my takeaway. And for whatever reason, and I think a lot of people have the same, if I don't play for a while, when I take the club back, I tend to start rolling the face. And I get really flat with it, and I start taking my hand and roll the face, which is just a recipe for disaster. So you don't want that face to roll over. You want it even with your side here. And then you want to make sure that you're pushing down the bottom of the club to get some elevation. So if there was a wall here, the top of the club would hit the wall before my hands. If I'm hitting it like this, that's really low, and it's really hard to get a good takeaway there and get to the top of the backswing. So as I take it away, I want the club head above my hands. So what I do is I grab an alignment rod, or I use the anti-flip stick as well, which caveat, I created the anti-flip stick, so I tend to use that a lot. So, but that is something you can use also instead of an alignment rod. So you just lay the alignment rod down the shaft of the club. You don't need a ton of it out, maybe half of the alignment rod. Hold it in your grip here, and it'll take you a second to get used to it, but it won't take very long. And so the goal here is, just like with the anti-flip stick, as you take the club away, you want the alignment rod to go down your lead leg and stay connected. If it doesn't stay connected and you start to roll your wrist, you'll see how the alignment rod comes away from my lead side. You definitely don't want that. So by doing this drill, say you do 10 to 15 of these a day or every other day during the winter months. So you take it back, it goes down your lead leg. You can kind of keep an eye on the face here. You don't want it to get open either. You want that to match your spine angle. So I'm going to stop here and hopefully draw some lines here. But as you go up, face should be a little bit closed. Now, club head should be perfect. The alignment rod should be pointing where the ball would be. And so, like I said, I do that drill a lot during the winter time, especially before I had a simulator, because it'll help me stay connected. It'll help me remember to hinge my hands on the way up. And it'll also help me to make sure I'm not taking it too far inside, because if I'm taking it too far inside, that's really not pointing to where the ball would be down this way. So that's my first drill with the alignment rod. Now, the benefit of that is you can also practice your impact position with the alignment rod, so you don't even need to do anything else. So again, take the alignment rod. I'm going to show you down the line, and then I'll show you front. So we practice our takeaway, making sure it stays connected on our hip, goes down our leg, the head of the club goes up and is somewhat square. Now, as we go through, what we want to do is we don't want to let this hit our side until after where impact would be. So if you have a mat or a piece of carpet, old carpet, whatever, we go back, goes down our lead leg. And now as we go through, we want to practice getting our hips through and everything so that it's on our side here and it's not hitting us first. So let me go over here and show you a little bit of this. So as we go down, if I was flipping the club and not turning my body, you could see how the stick is hitting me in the side. They used to call this, or a lot of people call it the Punisher drill, for good reason, because if you're flipping bad and you keep hitting your side, it's going to eventually leave a bruise and hurt you. So what you really want to do is, again, do these slow, but practice going through. And you see how the stick stayed away from my side and didn't hit me. And as I finish too, you want to be somewhat level. You don't want to have too much side tilt, but you want the head of the club outside your hands. You don't want it too far over this way, because that means that you've probably flipped. So you want to practice keeping it in front of you like this, almost like you're being pulled, something like that, by a rope or playing tug of war. So again, we practice our takeaway, keep it connected, head of the club goes up, and then we practice our impact like this. So we've got the club outside, and you're not hitting yourself flipping like this, hitting yourself on the side. So the next drill that I love, I'm going to put the alignment rod down here, is to create a gate. So what I do, sponges are the best. You can use yoga blocks, you can use foam, whatever, 2 Amazon boxes, whatever. So I usually create a little gate here with sponges where I put a sponge on the top and a sponge on the bottom. Then I take my club, put it in the middle. Now, depending on how, I give myself a little bit of room on each side, but it's pretty much just enough so your club head can go through. And you can imagine your ball would be right in the middle here, the sponges. It wouldn't be too far back or too far forward. So right in the middle there. And now all we're going to do is practice basically, and you can practice with the alignment rod too if you want. But imagine there's a ball in the middle there, and all we're going to do is practice hitting that area and getting our swing path a little bit more neutral. So you can say I caught that sponge a little bit, so that means I must have been going a little too much into out. So what I want to do is make sure I'm getting a fuller turn here. So I'm catching that one a little bit, but that drill will work wonders because over the winter when you're not hitting golf balls, you will have a tendency to start getting too far inside or too far out. And by having this gate here, it'll really help you keep your path, that 5 degrees to neutral, where you're not swinging too far in to out. So that's a really, really great drill. The other drill that you can incorporate with this or not incorporate this is to take a mouse pad or a towel or something that's kind of flat, a piece of string, anything like that, and go ahead and lay it down. And then what you want to do is give yourself about a club head, maybe a little bit of extra in front of that mouse pad and or whatever you're going to lay down, and practice hitting the ground without hitting the mouse pad. I prefer the mouse pad over a towel because when you hit the mouse pad, it moves a little bit and you just got to like straighten it out. When you hit a towel, you might have to chase it. It's going to get really bunched up, stuff like that. So the mouse pad, you're going to know if you hit it, but it really helps to practice your low point. So those drills, you've got the first drill, which is your takeaway, your second drill, which is your impact, the third drill, which is your swing path. And now this is your controlling your low point. So if there was a ball, you're not going to hit it fat or thin. So again, you can practice any combination of these as you go through the cold winter months, but we just want to practice getting our weight through and not hitting that mouse pad. I actually caught that a little bit there myself. There we go. So those are really, really good drills to do. So the first two are using alignment rod and then creating some type of gate, putting a box. My favorite is putting a box or a piece of foam or a sponge, anything that you can lay down, club head cover, anything you can lay down to make sure you're swinging from in to out, not too far over the top. So those are 4 tips, 4 swing drills you can do without hitting a golf ball, which I think have helped me over the years, especially before I got a simulator. And even with a simulator, honestly, you still have to work on those fundamentals because we all have our bad habits that our body tends to go back to, especially in nervous situations. So we really want to try to ingrain those good habits the best we can. So again, if you like these tips, videos, drills, things I'm doing on the channel, I really appreciate a like or a subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions about your game or you're looking for help with something, please mention it in the comments section. I'll try to help you or even create a video on it for you because I love sharing golf knowledge and helping people enjoy the game more. So I hope these tips really help you, and I hope you guys play a lot better golf.